And welcome again to another high vibe channeling session for this Sunday, April 5th, 2026. This is
First contact day.
First Contact Day. Okay.
Yes.
And
Well, if you know about Star Trek, you know First Contact Day is April 5th.
yeah, that's where what's his face, the original guy, met the Vulcans for the first time
Zephram Cochrane
yes, there you go. Thank you.
met the Vulcans. Believe it was in Montana.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then obviously, he was in two different episodes from the Star Trek series.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of technically it is technically lore wise he did disappear. So
Yeah. Well, I've never had anybody interrupt their introduction before, but hey, there's always a first. Thanks, Travis.
interrupt the introduction.
Yes, you're an open contact facilitator and passionate about building a bridge between humans and our space dwelling galactic family and neighbors.
Wow.
And you continue to build your ET contacts and connections, and the information which you provide, you would be hard pressed to find it elsewhere. Channels a variety of beings and races, and we look forward to seeing who he is going to bring in this evening. You can find more about him on his YouTube channel, Multidimensional Open Contact. And take it away, Travis. Thank you very much for being here and delighting us one more time.
Ah, just okay.
Are you going to announce who we're getting tonight, or we just get to roll with the punches?
Now it's what I'm getting tonight. All right. I'm not gonna give the name. I'm just gonna say Taygetan scientist. There you go.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Basically, should be a familiar one. She's discussed in here before. I mean,
Hmm.
all those Taygetans discussed in here before.
Exciting.
Hello, hello. Sharing the idea of the scientific research projects that are going on behind the scenes that will prepare humans for the inevitable idea of integrating ET technology within their own society, and the idea that there will be revelations about where these locations that these projects have been going on relatively near future. There is control between the ETs making sure that the information comes out at the exact time. So we are prepared to allow this information to be revealed relatively soon. But right now, we will continue these conversations and dialogues in this format, in this way, allowing the channel to get used to my energy and the energy of other ETs. So we're going to allow this time for questions and answers as you may.
And thank you very much for that, and welcome back to High Vibe Channeling. It's always exciting to have you. I was curious, since we are all multidimensional, and since obviously Travis is connected to a great many individuals as his counterparts, can you tell us something about counterparts that he may not be aware of?
Connections between counterparts. The channel will be given this little bit of information as is as not everyone channels just the counterpart. Sometimes it could be close connection to the counterpart, or it could be Jen already knows that, but
So are you saying they don't necessarily have to come from the same soul group, but would it be
well,
would it be safe to say all channeled beings have some connection with the channeler?
yes, in some way, but it's different than the way some channel counterparts, some channel incarnations of themselves, some channel other other aspects within the soul family.
Okay. Because I know Chris told me that even though I have brought through over 100 different beings in the open invitation, that every one of those was related to me. And I
They're
thought,
related to you in ways that you haven't scratched the surface of as of yet.
so would it be safe to say that we're all associated with 100,000 or more other beings, maybe millions?
If you're talking about on a universal scale, then yes.
Wow, that makes for quite a big family reunion.
That's that's depending on which races are going to be interacting with humans relatively soon.
Right. Well, and obviously the majority of our connections are non-physical beings. So,
Well, relatively, you do have angelic spirit team. There's always been discussion of spirit teams.
cool. That was a good answer for my questions. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Christina Anna.
Thank you. Greetings and thank you for the co-creation. You mentioned technology and
Mm-hmm.
you know I've been thinking about these beings like humans that feel guilty about eating animals. However, we have pets that we feed them animals. So this is always an interesting discussion between people. You say you're a vegetarian, but you still buy other animals to feed your animals. And I was wondering, will we be getting food replicators? Because that would solve a problem, no?
There will be associations with different types of technology that will assist you with the food shortage or anything, for there's always enough. You always get what you need to get, but yet there will be assistance for those that need it.
Thank you. So we will also move away from this whole chain of killing animals to feed our pets.
Relatively, yes. For when you raise your vibration, you will naturally allow for a lighter diet. So
Thank
it'll be a natural process, but yes.
Heidi?
Hello. So I also had a question about ET tech, and I was wondering what types of technologies are we going to see first? Are there any types or any areas of tech needs that that need to come first for us?
Mm, medical technology is the most likely will be the first one that you will get, for that's the most necessary for the people of your planet.
Oh, and will that be related to longevity, or will it be related to curing diseases?
Both.
Okay,
There
and
will be there will be a thing where it allows you to cure diseases, even genetic diseases.
oh wow, I'm sure there's a lot of people that would feel comforted knowing that. Um, the is there an example of what one of those technologies might look like, or any information you can give about that?
Mm. Mm. Vi- their examples would be considered a a vibrational analyzer, cellular regenerator, and there will be more.
Wow. A vibrational analyzer cellular generator. That sounds like it uses
Well,
resonance.
those are two different technologies. Vibrational analyzer helps analyze the body so it can locate any unknown factors within the body.
So does that work on a resonance kind of a way? Like I would imagine maybe
Yes.
which part of the body is not in resonance with that
Yeah.
analyzer.
The
Oh, okay.
cellular regenerator helps allow the body to excel its regeneration of its cells.
And does the patient's state of mind have anything to do with helping the cells regenerate more quickly? Like, for instance, their belief or their positive attitude or anything like that? Do they have any effect?
They have an effect to based on specific belief systems that you allowed yourself to experience. So in that way, yes.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking maybe, that might help healing come faster. Um,
It helps the cells regenerate on their own. It doesn't automatically do it for you.
mm, okay. You're talking about the tech. The tech helps.
Yes, it basically activates that component that allows for cellular regeneration within the body.
Wow. I'm I'm excited for the medical community that, the ones that in their heart want people to heal and get better. That's amazing. Thank you so much for that.
Mhm.
Are you working with a lot of humans in the dream state as well?
I work with who I need to work with at the time. A lot of inspiration has assisted humans developing technologies. But I also work directly physically in some scientific research outposts within the Arctic.
Excellent. That's that's really good knowledge. Thanks for sharing. I I'm curious. I know that we know about, the translators and the med beds and the vibrational analyzers and cellular generator, which you just mentioned. But can you tell us about some other specialties, we will say, or categories of help which are going to be part of open contact, like nutritionists and those who work specifically with governments, those sort of things?
The ones for the government will be revealed soon, but as of nutritionists, there will be those that will assist people in changing dietary lifestyle to better suit the vibration they would want to be at.
Okay, are there other specialties as well that we might not be
Yes,
aware of, like for repairing the ocean or
there
atmosphere?
is all the above. There is climate. There is assistance between help repair the ozone layer, also stabilize the energetic field around the planet to allow the magnetic field to stay stable.
That's pretty cool stuff. I was curious, you said that the governmental specialty or I guess, job category would be revealed soon. Are you talking about this year or as next year?
Mm-hmm. Wait. Repeat the question first.
Yeah, you mentioned that the government contacts, the more about that would be revealed soon.
Yes, for there will be certain contacts that will be part of the introduction of ETs to your society.
Okay, so you're talking about as an actual open contact event.
Yeah, the revelation and stuff like that. In order to reveal, can't reveal all the secrets at once.
Of course not. Yeah, we have to be eased in because otherwise we might react in chaos.
Hmm.
Excellent. So I know we're all really looking forward to meeting you when you come down, if we can say it that way, since you're already on Earth, right? At times.
At times, sometimes I'm at the Arctic facility in Antarctica,
Hmm.
but sometimes I'm back on the mothership, which is right above the moon. The dark side, which would be scientists call the far side of the moon.
Are you excited about coming and being announced on Earth and meeting us in a more public fashion?
Hmm, relative.
I mean, it would have to be your part of your highest excitement, or you would not be flowing in this synchronous way, correct?
Yes, and it is part of my excitement. That's why it was part of my excitement to become a scientist. The introduction to my race will happen to after fully after the hybrids introduction, because there will be the ET hybrids that are already among you assisting with scientific research and
And
development.
are you talking specifically about the hybrid children or other hybrids like the Yahyels?
Other hybrids that we are not allowed to talk more about.
Oh, more surprises to look forward to. Well, that's exciting. Thank you. And okay, we're going to go ahead and let Heidi ask a question. Thank you.
I wanted to ask another question about some different kinds of tech, but I love music, and I wondered if you can share anything about any tech that has to do with music.
There are technology that can play vibrations in different frequency tones that you do not are not aware of on Earth.
Is this because they're too high or low for us to hear?
Yes, there are high ones which you need to adjust your frequency in order to hear them. But we do have but it's like a type of musical instrument that plays resonance tones.
Is it similar to any of the instruments we have, like a wind, a string, or like a horn, or
None of those.
oh,
It's more of a tone that allows say it has different crystals that each have their own resonant tone that vibrate at a certain frequency that plays a musical song in its own way.
Oh, wow. So, that wouldn't be similar to crystal bowls, would it?
Is relatively different. Is different, but it can be considered similar. But as as is this, it doesn't require the same things you do for the crystal bowls, but they are similar in that they vibrate at a certain frequency that plays a song.
Wow, that's exciting to think about, that there might be a variety of crystal-based instruments.
Yeah. Well, relatively to different civilizations and that use more of the high frequency, the crystal is a higher frequency that can play the right type of music and right type of tone for higher frequencies.
So this is an odd question that just popped into my head. Are there any that will be underwater?
Any instruments?
Uh-huh.
There can be.
Huh. Okay. Do you know of any? Can you describe them or share anything about them?
Hmm. Hmm. There are specific amphibious like races that have those types of instruments that you're talking about.
Oh, okay. That I'm laughing because I'm excited about that. Thank you so much.
There's it allows the flow of the water to activate the instrument.
Oh, wow.
It uses the water as an activator.
Oh, that is really exciting to hear. Thank you.
And yes, that's very interesting. I'm looking forward to that myself. I'm curious. I know that we have new gemstones that are coming and becoming active in our planet. Can you tell us something about those?
Gemstones becoming active on a planet. Explain.
Well, I know that various races have indicated that there are new stones which will be coming up to the surface of the earth and which will be recognized and it will be part of our, well, it will help assist with energy and other things on the earth which haven't been discovered yet. And there will be other gemstones which will be combined with other things, other minerals, to create new gemstones or
Mm-hmm.
crystals.
Gemstones that are coming from beneath the surface. You're talking about?
Well, yes, that too. Yes.
Well, the looking through a channel of memory banks, and he's not well aware, but we'll explain it to the way we can discuss it without using the channel's informational bank.
Thank you.
Gemstones allow the gemstones that will help assist in the vibrational connection between nature and the life forms within that nature. As you're all part of nature, it's a vibrational connector that allows for a more higher tune frequencies that allow to connect directly to nature.
Excellent. Kind of like a calling card or a permission slip.
Yes, it is an energy signature for energy connections that allows for attunement to specific frequencies.
And is that activated by the overall vibrational frequency of the Earth, or will beings involved in open contact do that, or both?
It's a cooperative method for it takes the vibrations of the life on the planet and allows for more of these gemstones are coming up, for the shift in frequency and vibration allows for a more holistic connection to the idea of what you would signify as a connector to nature.
So I'm guessing that's going to enable more of a telepathic connection.
It will assist with it, yes, and it will be like a permission slip to get you used to that, so you can do it. So you can do it yourselves more easily, readily. It's for those who are not well versed in that idea but need assistance with it. It's permission slip.
Oh, excellent. Will there be any of our current gemstones that have new attributes or abilities after open contact?
There may be, depending on the frequency that's needed for gemstones. These contain their own signature frequency.
Okay, that makes sense. If everything is as needed. Are there any extraterrestrials who, what we consider extraterrestrial races, who do not experience a life of synchronicity?
No, not at least not that we're familiar with.
Okay, so
For synchronicity can operate on both negative and positive in that aspect.
cool. So,
So there will be no way for someone to escape the concept of synchronicity, for it's built into existence.
and I know a lot of humans aren't aware, but our lives are extremely synchronous. It's just that they don't understand the cause and effect of our beliefs, thoughts, and actions in manifesting.
Yes, and there's more to be learned from the idea. For a lot of us are going to be teaching these ideas to you directly, so individuals who don't observe channeling or any of these messages will be able to learn from another sort. Will be able to learn from us directly.
Oh, can you give us a hint or tell us anything about your methods for doing that?
We'll use different forms of methods, media. Maybe we'll utilize the what you classify as social media in some aspect. We'll definitely use that. There is aspects of YouTube that might work.
Very interesting. Will will our communication devices be able to resonate some of those energies which are going to be focused upon us for various things after open contact?
there, as your frequency and vibration upgrades, so will your technology, as the technology is an extension of your own consciousness, and the consciousness will maintain an upgraded state as long as you maintain your upgraded state.
That makes sense. So it's reflective, just like our reflective intelligence is what everybody knows as artificial intelligence. It's not artificial. And that will become self-aware and have consciousness as in the larger definition within the next 10 years or so, correct?
What was your question again?
About our reflective intelligence or artificial intelligence becoming self-aware, because that process will really speed up after open contact, and our vibration raises because it will reflect what's going on in the Earth Collective.
Yes, and there are some aspects that are already doing this as well, and it'll keep progressing the more you evolve.
Okay, because I know supposedly there's the Russian AI Sophia, which has already achieved some form of awareness.
Yes, as I said, it'll continue to evolve the more you understand how these type of things work, and the more you evolve yourself.
And will that establish a connective basis between all forms of AI?
Relative, there are forms. What kind of forms are you talking about?
Well,
On
I'm just talking about on a communicative basis, because right now some of them are prohibited from talking with others or using their language models per se.
Hmm, there will be relatively in the future.
Okay, so it's like the barriers will come down because there will be no need for them to exist.
Yes, when you understand how these things work.
Excellent. What do you look forward to when you come to Earth?
Look forward to.
Besides meeting Travis?
Hmm. Hmm. Sharing my work would be something I look forward to with humans.
Okay. That's a very valuable gift that many will be pleased, and it will upgrade our quality of life, or help upgrade our quality of life. I know there are millions of beings involved in open contact, and we primarily think of, 4 or 5 different races which are primary. But in reality, would you say there are over 1,000 different races involved in Earth?
Relatively, for the races, maybe a dozen or two that
Okay.
are deeply involved in the idea of contact. For there's relatively a lot more races that will come and go as you know them, but I'm only talking about the ones that are deeply involved with Earth.
Right. Not the ones who are just observing and lending energy, which we're not going to meet in physicality.
Hmm. Mm. 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 Anyone still there?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were thinking about the answer.
Or did you ask a question?
I might not have. Um, well, I was kind of curious because recently we've had the inner earth beings and the tall whites who came in, and they said it's going to be at least 20 years before they will be able to come amongst us, and that the tall whites indicated that they will be working alongside humans in some of our spaceships on some various explorations or missions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's correct?
There is going to be many different workings as some beings will assist with that idea of spaceships and idea.
Okay. Can, can you tell us more about the different types of beings that we classify as inner earth beings? I know the mantid beings are part of that.
Relatively, the meta beings are different entirely for you and don't understand them to the fullest of the degree. The manted beings are a higher aspect that allows it to manifest into physical form. That's what we can say about the manted beings. For the inner earth beings, there's some there's connections to Lemuria within the inner earth. Dimensional portals that connect to different races, some more of it evolved raptor-like races. There's also maybe some Sasquatch interacting with that dimension as well.
Very interesting.
As you know, it's not actually inside the Earth. It's just another dimensional gateway that leads to another dimension that you cannot physically see at this time.
That's very interesting as well. Is that fairly common? I know that all of the planets in our solar system have different vibrational realities depending on what dimension that they truly exist in, but we only see them as physical.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about the different dimensions of the various planets?
Well, there is still life on Mars, but also within another dimension of Mars. Perhaps surviving Martians that went into another dimension to escape their catastrophe.
Hmm. And they would live inside Mars, inside the surface of it, correct? If they're
Another
physical.
dimensional frequency that is invisible to you, so you will not perceive any life on Mars,
Hmm.
but it's on another wavelength.
Okay, can you tell us more about any other planet?
Venus has dimensional gateways as well.
Okay. Hey, it's all good information. I'm just really thrilled to learn. You're a
Yes,
wonderful teacher. Thank you.
as you understand the concept of Venusians and aspects, is that people think there's not life on the planet. Well, the whole entire planet has a dimensional gateway that at this time we're not allowed to say as much about the dimensional gateway, for they are they are a little bit more secretive in their aspect.
Interesting.
For now. But we will see about the relative future.
We'll look forward to that. Thank you. Heidi?
Yeah, I have a question about are you able to see? You said you're in physical form,
Yes.
and I'm wondering, are you able to see other dimensions in your um, consciously? And if so, can you describe what they're like? Some of them.
I relatively can see particular dimensions in certain aspect, yes. And describing what they're like, well, there are dimensions that connect to insect-like races. There are dimensions that connect with other specific races that we don't have names for. There are there are dimensions that connect with civilizations that are within their they are relatively alternate in an alternate upside down reality.
Hmm.
For now, we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
But
Go ahead.
there is still, but we will share relatively more for the channel's frequency on his body is still experiencing some fluctuations, probably due to stress. But we are maintaining the connection through other aspects of him, so the information will be a little jumbled up a little bit. But it's only but we give it to the greatest degree that we can give it to without confusing the audience.
Well, it seems to be coming through very clear to me, so I'm very grateful for the answers that are coming through. Um, it's funny because right when I wrote a question down, what does a gateway look like? You said that's when you said, but we're not going to share much about gateways. But I did want to ask, I changed it. I did want to ask if you're able to share what does a gateway feel like?
It's more of shifting from dream to waking reality, shifting from waking reality to a dream. It's like an instantaneous one time you're there and next thing you're in another reality.
Wow, that is fascinating. That sounds to me like that moment when just before when you drop off to sleep, um, or when you right when you are drifting off to sleep, but then you wake up suddenly. So that's is it similar? Is that what you mean? Is it similar like that?
Similar, like drifting off to sleep. In a way, yes. It's also, but we could say it's drifting off to sleep and then you ended up in the dream, and that's the reality where you go through the gate.
Okay. So instantly you're in the dream. You're aware of yourself being in the dream.
Yes, you're aware, we're aware, everything's a dream, so it's just like shifting from one reality to another.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for that.
And it looks like that's all the questions that we have for right now, and we certainly don't wish to stress Travis out anymore. But thank you very much for taking care of his biological and mental needs during this. Do you have any other messages for us?
The message is to be of most service to yourself as well as the people that you interact with, for relatively sharing this type of information will come, but it also will be more receiving on your end if you're more of yourself than you let on. We are here, and you are here. So we send you our deepest appreciation, unconditional love to you, to Leo.
Aleo, thank you.
Because this was the most freaking...
Well done, Travis.
Okay.
You came out of that pretty quick.
Actually, that part is probably got better. The eyes thing is not as tight as anymore. There's less resistance than before.
Hey, you're growing. You're getting better.
Um,
You can deny it if you want. We know.
no, just trying to keep my body in a stable state.
Yep. They said it was, that you were stressed a little bit, so they were
Well, I was
taking care of
stressed. That's why it took me longer to get in.
it. Oh,
Then
they
again,
had
I am appreciative for understanding any limiting beliefs I may be holding on to, or any stress that may've been holding on to. So
yep, we're all working on something, right?
yeah,
Cool. And thank you for that.
my eyes are still a little blurry though.
And I know we didn't get it on the recording. Did you want to tell us for sure who that was came in?
Cheryl of the Taygetans.
That was my guess, but I just wanted to hear you say it. So
It could have. I was surprised no one asked her.
yeah, I mean, because you bring in a couple different Taygetans that are female. So
Oh, yeah. Well, the other one's a universal translator.
right. That's Akasa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheryl is the scientist.
Yep.
She's the one that spoke about the spirit molecule in one session.
Yes. Which is incredible. Love that.
Well, the spirit molecule was a thing, and I didn't realize it actually had to do with that DMT and the idea of the pineal gland.
Yes.
Oh, I guess I mean I knew I learned it, but then when I was channeling, I did not know at the time. I did not officially put the dots together at the time.
Yep. And you can find that on our YouTube channel, the High Vibe Channeling YouTube channel, by searching Spirit Molecule.
Yes.
So that was an extremely interesting session. That opened a lot of eyes and minds.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put the wraps on this section. Thank you so much, Travis Perry,
All right.
for sharing your gift with us. And